Greetings, programs. Welcome to a video that is more of a test than anything else. So, depending on if you actually see this or not, you'll know if the test worked. Been struggling with my camera to be able to review, like, some of the really small figures. I have a pile of Dr. Wu figures I want to do videos on. Obviously, those are insanely small. Trying to get my camera to cooperate with small things. So, for our first test of doing something really little, we are going to look at the Dark of the Moon, not Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, Legion class Soundwave. So, as you can see, we have a tiny little Soundwave. I believe there is a black repaint of this that was released, like, barely and only in some markets for Transformers Prime. Their, like, Cyberverse tiny figure line. It's a really well done little car mode. It is, whatever Mercedes he was in the third movie. A little bit of metallic paint for the windows all over. I appreciate they painted all the windows, not just the front and back or something. A lot of times on these little guys, they would skimp out on the paint. Painted grille, a little bit of silver for the headlights. Not the most painted thing, but it is very well sculpted. You got a little bit of the honeycomb right there for the whatever that is. I'm sure it's something to do with aerodynamics or something, like reduce the drag coming off the side of the wheels or whatever, but I don't know the terminology. But it's a well sculpted little figure. Visible, everything underneath. It's Legion class. What do you expect? Transforms very quickly. Go ahead, pull out the arms right here on the shoulders. Bring them all the way down. They have a bit of a thooping point that they will hit. Go ahead and fold this section down around this head. Fold the legs down a little bit. Unpeg them from each other. Rotate these around. And then fold out his feet. And there you've got your Legion class Soundwave. And he's a pretty good looking little Legion class, all things considered. I will say, I believe, personal opinion at least, this era of the Legion class figures in the movies was just, they were really good. They were simple, they were quick, they looked good, they had moderate posability. Speaking of which, obviously nothing at the head. You've got a ball joint in the shoulder, so you get, some in and out, some rotation, some other rotation. He kicks forward all the way. He can do the splits. Can't take his legs back very far because of this big unmoving panel of car here. I definitely wish you could, like, just pull this out and turn it around up his, sit on his back a little more. That's kind of the one letdown. You can angle the feet, to keep him stable. Speaking of stability, yes, he is actually very stable for a little guy. You can kind of shift the little shoulder pylons around a little bit as well. Yeah, good little figure, nice bit of sculpting. You can see they've got, the speakers on his arms. A little bit of blue around these ones, even though they're, only partially molded in. Hey, I'll take it. A little bit of molded detail is exposed when you rotate out the feet. Yeah, small figure, not a ton to say, but definitely a cool little bot. And I will say, sadly, probably the best version of third movie Soundwave so far. Because I'm not a fan of the Studio Series Deluxe one, I just, it's a pain to transform. I don't like it, and it doesn't, because they went with, like, clear windshields instead of, this blue like they did on the toys from the actual movie line back in the day, it looks boring. The Human Alliance figure is A, messy, and B, forget skipping leg day. He never even heard about leg day. We will look at that thing sometime. Though I did also, a while back, give that figure to my buddy Zachamus and just told him, hey, see if you can transform this. Just figure it out. He figured it out pretty quickly, actually. And I don't know if his chat replay will have me giving him garbage in the chat while he did it, because he did it live, and I was actually there. So I will leave a link to that. But yeah, this is probably the best bet if you want a little, you want the car Soundwave from that movie. So take that for what you will. I really like this guy though. So, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.